If I lost everything right now and all I had left was zero point 0.1 Solana, how would I go about turning it into $100,000?
Let's go golfing. Tell them to bring the yacht out.
This is a question I get asked a lot on how to trade with low ports, and I really want to try and teach you guys today how to turn a small port into multiple six figures. And before you click away, I'm not just some random person that has no idea what he's talking about. I really do like to think of myself as a professional meme coin trader. And yes, I do say that about myself because I have a tiny dick and I use it to boost up my ego. But at the same time, I have done multiple one sol challenges where I have turned one sol into $40,000. I've done another one where I've turned one sol into $10,000 in 2 weeks. And I've also done another one where I have turned one Solana into $75,000 in 2 months. So I know this shit sounds very fucking cliche. It sounds boring. I know I sound just like another guru on the internet, but the catch is I'm not trying to sell you anything.
The price of the real world has increased. I told you it would. And I'm going to tell you something else. It's going up again.
I do not want your fucking money, and I promise you at the end of this video, you are going to finish it a fucking new trader.
Call me asparagus.
You are going to have a brand new fucking mindset. You are going to be buying into coins that you have confidence in. And the most important part is you are going to be fucking profitable, because I know better than fucking anybody how it feels to be a low portfolio trader. Back in 2024 December, when I first started trading meme coins, I was fucking poor. I had no money. I made so many fucking mistakes. I had to teach myself everything because everybody on the internet was fake. Every single person that I watched and I searched up trying to learn shit from, they were all fake. They were all fugazi trying to either sell me something or they were just LARPing for the fucking views. But for me, I literally have the most fucking experience out of anybody on trading with a low pot because I started there. I was poor and I have went back to trading with a low pot multiple times to show you guys this shit is fucking possible. If you just hear me out, I fucking swear to you, you can change your life with this shit. This shit is not fake. All you need is to lock the fuck in. All of you guys are not locked in, bro. And my goal in this video is to teach you what to do and what it fucking takes to get you locked in, because that's all it is. At the end of the day, it is just you and the chart, nobody else. And all of the money that there is to make, all of it fucking depends on what you are willing to do with you and your mouse. If you really think about it, all it takes for you to make $1 million is you clicking that buy button at the right time. So today I'm going to guide you through the fuckery of the trenches, and I am really going to try and put you guys on, because I want every single person watching this video that is willing to hear me out. I want to see you guys fucking win. And once again, no, I'm not selling you anything. I literally am just a fucking good person. But without any more fucking yapping from my annoying voice, I'm going to teach you guys how to turn 0.1 Solana into $100,000. So just hear me out, man. Watch this video if you're really about your shit, and let's get right fucking to it, bruh.
Okay, let's go.
Alright boys, so first things first, when you're starting out your meme coin career, is you might be a little bit confused on how to actually get started and what platform you should use. So I'm going to make it real easy for you guys. And this goes out to all the beginners, and even if you are advanced, I would suggest you listen to this. So if you are having doubts about what platform to go to, don't worry about it. I got you guys covered. Just head down to the link in the description and there will be a link for you to sign up to Nova Trade. And Nova Trade is super beginner friendly. It has a very fucking simple UI, so all of you noobs can pull up on here and actually start getting rich without having to worry about all the technicals. Plus it has really low fees, so a lot of these other platforms will have a lot of fees taxing your trades. So especially if you are starting out with 0.1 Solana, you would want to be using the platform with the lowest amount of fees on your trades. So come down, man, sign up to Nova, make an account, and then we can get real started and we can optimize this shit. So when you're first getting into meme coins and you only have 0.1 Solana, corner, a huge factor of it is finding the right tokens to buy. So when you first log on to whatever trading platform you choose, you are going to be met with the home screen of the disgusting unfiltered trenches. And I'm just going to teach you guys how to clean this up and optimize it and actually make sure you're finding the correct tokens for you to be purchasing. So for the first things first, you want to be coming over to the main page. On Nova, it is known as Cosmo. This is where all the tokens will be to purchase. And you want to come over to these filter tabs. So when you first click on the filters tabs, you are going to see millions of these dog shit launch pads, and they're just going to be taking up all your space, man. You're going to be seeing a bunch of shit that you really don't give a fuck about, and we're only trying to see the tokens that are going to make us rich. So in this case, the tokens that are going to make us rich are the pump fund coins. So when you are new or trading with a low port, turn everything off except for pump fund. So just like that, already our filters and tokens are much cleaner and easier to look at, but we're still not done there. So I'm going to give you guys the real filters that I use every single fucking day when I'm trading, the same filters that I have been using my entire trading career. So first things first, coming over to new pairs or newly created, and just like we did before, you want to unselect all these launch pads and you want to scroll down to the general. So the first thing you want to do is change the market cap, and a lot of people have this misconception that you should never touch the filters on the new pairs. They are the new pairs for a reason and you should leave them untouched. But me, I completely disagree. I think everybody else is wrong and I'm correct. Nah, I'm just joking. I mean, this is just what I like to do and what I think really helps, especially if you're trading with a lower port. So what you would do is you would come over to the market cap minimum, and you're going to want to type in 7,000 minimum. And basically what this is doing is it's filtering out all the coins that are getting spammed into the new pairs and only showing you coins that are kind of getting volume in the newer creations. And then once you've done that, you want to come over to audit, go to age minutes and turn on max 5. So this is pretty much just showing you all the tokens that are getting volume. They're still very new and they're the only coins out of the millions of tokens that get launched that actually have a chance of running. So after all that, you just want to click apply. So for the next part of our filters, we're going to be changing our about to graduate, otherwise known as final stretch, depending on what platform you're using. And we're going to be tweaking these filters pretty heavily because the final stretch can be filled with a lot of fuckery. So we just want to cut that fuck shit out because we're trying to get rich. We're not trying to donate to no scumbags. We're trying to make some money on. So as we did before, we're going to turn off all of these other launch pads and only leave on pump fund. And then the first thing you want to do is you want to scroll down and you want to click on audit, and then you want to find age minutes and type in 80 maximum. Basically, because of how many slow cooks there are, I do like to keep in older tokens, but never past a couple hours. If you ever see a coin a couple of hours old in the about to graduate, just stay away from it. Now the second filter you want to type in is you want to come down to dev hold percentage, and you just want to type in 5 maximum, and then you want to scroll all the way down and find insider holder percentage, and then you will just type in 20, and then you want to come back over to general, find market cap and type in minimum 8,000 market cap. So boom, that's all of our filters done. These are the cleanest filters that you will find, I promise you. These are the filters that I have been using for damn near a fucking year straight. Of course, feel free to tweak them however you like and however you prefer. These filters are just what I found that helped me the most. And even if you don't trade with a low port, these filters still fucking go crazy. When I'm trading with a crazy high port, I still use these filters. I never change them. So for the next thing I want to teach you guys about is actually trading fees. Now I'm going to go through this pretty quickly so we can get right into how to actually trade and find the correct tokens to purchase. But just before that, I want to tell you guys about the fees that you're gonna need to be using, especially if you're trading with a low port. When you're first starting out, you're gonna want to have MEV protection off at all times. So come over here and turn that shit off. All MEV protection is doing is just charging you more fees for your buy and sells. And I promise you, when you're trading with low ports, even when you're trading with like 1 sol, 2 sol, 3 sol, 5 sol, you're never gonna get fucking MEV. Like, you are never gonna get fucking MEV on low buys. So don't even bother, don't even trip about it. Now for the priority fee and the buy tip, a lot of people get this confused. So priority fee pretty much means the higher it is, the further you are in the line of your buy getting processed. And I like to think of the priority fee and the buy tip like you're buying a hooker. So your priority fee is you're slipping in some change to get in front of all the other dudes. You're trying to go crazy before them all. And then the buy tip is when you're actually with the hooker and you're just trying to go crazy for a little longer and harder. Yeah, what's up guys? It's me. I'm currently editing this video and I just want to apologize. Have no idea what the fuck I was saying saying about that like hooker analogy, so just want to apologize for that one. Anyways, see ya. Enjoy the video. So for the priority, when you're trading with a low port from 0.1 to 1 sol to even 5 sol, stick with 0.001, and the exact same thing for the buy tip. And for the sell, make sure you turn off your mev protect. You are not going to get sell mev'd. Make sure you have auto tip off and just slam in the exact same fees as your buys, and these fees are going to get you right. They're going to get you filled. They aren't going to tax the shit out of you, and we're going to get paid using these fees. And for the slippage, it really doesn't matter that much, but I have been using this slippage my entire fucking career. So my buy is 35% and my sell is 70% slippage. Oh, that was a fucking mouthful. So now we have our filters and we have our trading fees. We are ready to start trenching and getting paid. I know you guys are begging for it and you want me to get on with it. So for the certain amount of meme coins you should be buying when you are either a beginner, you're trading with a low port, or you're still kind of questioning your trading skills, you should be sticking with community coins. And what do I mean when I say community coins? I mean, when you're looking at the home page of Nova, you want to be looking for the coins with this little blue icon. So you really only want to be trading these tokens with the two blue guys. These are the community coins, and the reason that you should be trading these instead of anything else is because community tokens are community driven. It's literally set in fucking stone. Let me ask you a question. Would you rather trade a community coin where people are backing it, people are behind it, and it's a meme that they are bullish on, or would you rather be gambling on fucking tweets? Now when you put it that way, there's literally only one answer, and if you said option 2, you might just be a retard. But let's talk about how to find a good community token and whether or not you should invest your hard-earned McDonald's money into the token. So the first thing that you need to be doing when you're clicking on a new token, deciding whether or not you want to buy it, is what I like to call the big 4. Now what I mean when I say the big 4 is there are 4 checks that you need to be doing every single time you click on a coin, and you need to make this shit clockwork. Program it into your fucking brain so this shit can become muscle memory and you don't have to keep coming back to this video and having me remind you. So the first thing that I do when I click on any token is I hit up my first check and I check the holders. So when I come to the holders page, I want to be looking at the top 5 holders and looking at their distribution. So a real easy way to check this and get it done real quick is you just want to come to the distribution and make sure the top 3 holders aren't holding more than 4%. So if you ever see a coin where somebody is holding 4% of a coin, stay away from it. 4% is too much fucking supply. So as we can see, this distribution right here, 2%, 2%, 2%, 1.8%, this is very good. This is what you like to be seeing. If all their distribution is under 4%, you are fine. That is your first check done. And you also want to check their funding, so what wallet they are getting their money from. So I can see right here, we have a Coinbase 49 months ago. We just have a regular sign up wallet 9 months ago, another regular sign up wallet 6 months ago, and a MEXC from 5 months ago. Now basically when you're checking these, you just want to make sure that these aren't all coming from the same wallet. So if it all says Coinbase 49 months ago in the top 5 and it's all the exact same funding wallet, then that is a bundle. Let me say that one more time, fellas. That is a bundle. The bundle of fucking dough. And if you don't know what a bundle is, you finna fucking find out real quick, bruh, because if you ain't paying attention right now, that bundle is finna slim shady your shit. Now the second check that you want to be doing before you buy, before you put any money into it, is you want to check out the actual community itself. So come over here to the top left of the page, go to the little blue guy and click on that bitch. Then you will be brought to the community page on Twitter. These are very, very standard, very popular in today's age of meme coins. And you just want to scroll down, man. You just want to see if it's active. You want to see if people are talking in it and see what the lore is about, bro. See if the meme is any good. And you want to look at this community and wonder, could I see this community at 300k market cap? So obviously this is just a fucking example. Do not go and buy this token. But what you would want to see is you want to go to latest and you want to see if people are being active in the chat. So we can see a tweet from 1 minute ago, 5 minutes ago, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 9 minutes. Plus the coin is under an hour old. It has the DEX paid for it. So that just builds your bias even more, whether or not you should purchase it or not. So that already is 4 of our checks done. We have checked the holder distribution, if it's active on Twitter, if it's memeable, and if people are fucking with it and it's still getting bids. So this token right here, just an example, but it's showing all the good signs for what you would be looking for to buy. Now I want to talk about where you would be buying, because I know a lot of you little cockroaches love that fucking top blast. I know a lot of you little melons, absolute melons, you love top blasting, man. I don't know what is so attractive about top blasting to some of you guys, but damn, you guys love the fucking top blast. So let's talk about an ideal price of where you guys should be buying a token and thinking realistically about it. Not every coin you buy is going to go to 1 million. Not every coin you're going to buy is even going to bond, but we don't give a fuck about that. We're trying to optimize our bids, so we are claiming that 2x every time. We're claiming that 3x every fucking time. We're not trying to go for billion x's here, bro, because that shit is not going to fucking happen. So if you have that type of mindset where you're just going to buy something, hold it until it goes to 1 billion market cap, you ain't going to make it, bro. I'm telling you, that shit is not going to work out. So ideally, of course, the perfect place to be buying is the bottom. It's at the lowest price it was at, but we are not going to be doing that. We're going to be trading realistically and trying to get good buys in at a good price. So if I open up a chart like this that is only up tech, you think it passes all of your research, the distribution is good, it's a good meme, people are fucking with it, it's active, where would you be looking at to buy this? I'll give you 5 seconds. Well, if you said right here at the very top, you were fucking wrong. But say for a token like this, the perfect place to be buying is really big fucking nukes. This shit is not like a day trading chart. There is no such thing as waiting for confirmation. There is no such thing as consolidation. The only real thing in a meme coin chart is the 12-year-olds that you are trading with and what they decide to do with their Solana. So regardless of what the chart is looking like, they are gonna buy and sell whenever the fuck they feel like it. So as you can see right here, this would have been the perfect fucking buy. This shit was only up tech, it went to 40k and then it nuked all the way down to 22k, and that right there was a 40% dip, which is the golden fucking dip. If you ever see a coin at 20 to 30k range, the perfect bids are those 30 to 40% dips. I'm telling you, I was using these 40% dip scalp methods for fucking months, and I promise you, man, these 40% dips are gonna treat you better than your ex-girlfriend. So right here, a 40% dip on a good community coin, there's activity in it, the distribution is well. We had a 20 to 40k token, and now we are just sitting here waiting for that 40% dip. So I just marked it out for you guys. This box is the 40% dip, the golden dip that we are looking for. We eat these bitches up like some cranberries, bro. And as soon as it dips to the 40%, what did it do? Right in front of our eyes, it came back up another 40%, because a lower the coin goes, the more people are selling it, which means the more people are getting interested and buying it. Again, this is very basic fucking shit, but this is all you need. You don't need any fucking fancy trackers. You don't need any CT trackers. You don't need any of that. It is just you and your brain, and you're scalping these coins over and over and over again. And once you form that scalping strategy, you can rinse and repeat, and it will become clockwork. So for the next thing that I want to talk about, and I really want you guys to lock in on this part, is I want you guys to understand trends and metas. So what do I mean when I say trends and metas? Basically what I'm saying is when there is a meta or a trend, it is usually about a specific kind of narrative, and that is going to bring in all of the volume. But there is also a huge misconception of if there is a runner and people start making a bunch of derivatives about that main runner, you should not buy into those derivatives, because how these derivatives work on these main runners is it's kind of like Solana and Bitcoin and how they move in parallel. So the derivative can only go 2 quarters as high as the main runner. So if you are full porting into a derivative coin based on a main runner, then you are going to get fucked. And I'm going to show you an example of what a main runner and a derivative looks like. So just from looking at this about to graduate, I can already see heaps of fucking derivatives, and these would be huge red flags for me when I'm scanning, and I would avoid them because we are looking for originality. We are not trying to ape into nothing recycled. We are not trying to ape in our hard-earned money into anything that is a crippling derivative, not original. All of these boxes to tick are huge red flags. So just by going down this list, I can see Trollface 2.0, and just just from my glance, this coin is complete dog shit. And then I see another one, dog with gun. It's just a with hat derivative on a very, very smaller scale. Complete dog shit, waste your time, stay away from it. Now, if we look over to the graduated side, we can see just a grok guy, and that is complete dog shit. It is a chill guy derivative, and chill guy was a year ago. But let's talk about how to actually identify an original coin and what it looks like. Big 3 checks that you want when you're trying to find an original token is, first, you want an original ticker, you want an original photo, and you want a original community. Now, there are 3 very easy ways to check if your coin is not OG, and I'm going to show you these just in a second. So let's say, for example, we click on this terrible dog shit token, but we're just going to use it as an example, and it is called Heal Coin. This will heal the market. What can we see? We can see it has a community on it. It has a banner. So the banner art is terrible. The narrative is terrible. The narrative is literally about the market being bad, and the actual image itself for the token is terrible. But you know, maybe today we are blindsided and I want to check if it's OG because I want to full port this token. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to come over to the search button and search up the ticker of this coin. So when you first search it up, you are going to get met with a bunch of tokens that look like it's not OG, but don't worry about these other ones at the bottom. So these Meteora coins are just scam coins that get launched after every single coin on Pump Fund gets launched. So these 4 you would just fucking ignore. What we are looking for is another coin on Pump Fund that was launched way earlier. So if we scroll down, we can see Heal Coin, Heal Coin, Heal Coin, Heal Coin, all of these, but it is not the same token. You can see it has a completely different art. It's a different narrative, and it doesn't have any links on it. It doesn't have a community. So this is the first one with this image, this art, and this community attached to it. So that is a good sign for a token. Whenever you are questioning whether or not you want to purchase it, you need to be checking if it is OG. You need to be looking at the art with a handful of salt, because I'm telling you, retail only buy good art. If you are making some slop in Canva, they are not going to purchase it. So that normally means this is going to be a 20k topper. Now make sure you're fucking paying attention to what I'm saying, because I'm not bullshitting. This is real shit that you have to be thinking about. Now, the second check that I love to do, and I still do it, I've been doing it ever since I started trading, and a lot of people don't do it, but that is actually checking out the source of the token, which is the Pump Fund page. So to get to the Pump Fund page, you will just come over to this blue guy, click on this little pill, and then it is going to bring you over to the token page. And this is a very, very easy way to spot whether or not a coin is real or not. So you want to come over to the comments, you want to turn on newest, and you want to make sure that these comments are real people. No, this is not a real token. This is not real volume. Look at these comments. They are all fucking bots. We can see all-time high. Interesting. And I promise you, just by doing these little checks will save you a fuck ton of Solana. Alright, so now I kind of want to teach you guys about how to read a bundled chart, because I know a lot of people have issues with this, but honestly, it is very simple. Once you see a couple of bundled charts, it is really one of those things that you cannot unsee it. So I've drawn up 2 charts, and these are pretty much 2 examples of what your new pairs to final stretch charts are going to be looking like. So you can see from chart 1 and chart 2 at the very bottom, these are marked out with 6k. This is when the coin starts and gets launched at. So this is the very bottom of the coin, and we are just going to be looking at how the coin launches and how the price action moves as soon as the coin gets put onto Pump Fund. So for chart 1, what can we see? We can see all the way up, one sell, all the way up, full nuke, all the way up. Now, why is this bad? So you really have to be thinking about it as if these were real people buying into these coins. Everybody on Solana is very, very emotional. So when people are up 10%, 20%, 30%, they are going to be selling. Do you really think that everybody is going to ape into a coin at the exact same time and choose to full stack at the exact same time as well? No, everybody is going to have different opinions on when they want to sell. Now, how do we identify real volume and real people buying into a token? Well, that's why I have chart 2 drawn up. So again, at the very bottom, 6k market cap, this is when the token gets launched, and normally, very, very, very normally, every single coin will go like this that has real volume. So right here, we have a dev buy. The dev is buying into the coin. It's getting a little bit of motion, and the dev is going to sell for their quick profit, their quick bag. And they are going to be aping on that dev sell every single time, aping it, taking their quick little profit, full stacking it, aping it again, taking their full profit, full stacking it. Now this is what real human behavior looks like. This is how a unbundled chart would look like. It is going up, but it is not just going straight up. There are people trying to suppress it. There are people selling on the chart, and you do not see any huge fucking nuke candles on this chart. You do not see any suspicious activity. Now I hope you guys are paying attention, bro, because I'm spitting some real fucking knowledge right now. Now I'm going to show you guys real examples of what these look like on an actual chart. So first, this is a very clear and easy to understand example, but this is what a chart will look like when you're about to get bundle fucked. So as we can see from what we talked about just before, we have our only up tech, maybe our one real person that sold and kind of got scared, and then what happened? It went to 10k and bang, one fucking clip, one nuke down to 0. That is your hard-earned McDonald's shift money down the drain. Now what does a good one look like? We have a dev buy, we have a couple of candles up to about 6 or 7k, and then people are selling it off out of fear or out of they don't trust the token that they're in. And most of these people, they're sitting here waiting for the dev sell. They don't want to buy it. You never want to buy a token where the dev is still holding it, so they are waiting for the dev sell. So we can see right here we have our dev buy, couple candles up, people are selling right here, they're taking their bread, sending it all the way back down, and we have more real people getting into the coin. Now if this was a bundle getting into the coin, you would see it nuke just like this and one candle all the way back up right here. But this is real price action, what real price action looks like. So what can we see right here? We can also see people just selling it. They don't think the token is good, and this shit happens a lot on new pairs. So they are selling this shit, sending it back down to 0, and somebody else is buying into it. Now this very well could be bundles getting in, but the difference is how small these candles are, that the bundle is not that significant, so it is more likely just a multi-wallet. And then what happens? We have real price action, bang, all the way back down, all the way back up, people are still selling, real price action, and then we get fat wicks selling it off and then right back up, just like we talked about before. So this shit might sound a little tiny bit confusing when you're first starting and you're first trying to find out what this shit looks like, but I'm telling you guys, once you look at multiple charts a day and you're staring at hundreds of charts, this shit will become clockwork and you'll be able to see this shit just by a glance. So don't stress out about it if you can't really figure out what's a bundle and what isn't. All it takes is you staring at charts, bro. That's all it takes. So we are getting close to wrapping up the entire course. I feel I have taught you guys everything you need to know, but I know somebody is going to ask me about this, so I'm going to throw it in, and I'm going to be talking about wallet tracking. So if you want a full list of wallets to track and you want to import them at once, all you need to do is go to the link in the description, join my Discord. It's completely free. You want to scroll down until you find wallet tracker, and there will be a downloadable file so you can import all of these wallets into your Nova bot in one click, and then you will have all of your wallets ready to track. But I do want to say something when it comes to tracking wallets. I do not want anybody watching this video to track wallets and have people that you are tracking influence what you buy. This is a very popular thing, and I don't really feel I need to go over it that much. I just want to remind you guys to never ever buy on top of a tracked wallet. All these wallets that you are tracking are only used for if somebody buys on top of you, or if one of these wallets holds a fuck ton of the supply, or they're in really early and you can avoid it. You only use it to know what to avoid and to see who is buying on top of you. You never ever buy after a tracked wallet. Never ever do it. And yeah, man, one more thing that is a really good way to be scanning on Nova is actually through the Ignite ping. So on the top left, right next to Cosmo, there is this page called Ignite, and basically what Ignite does is it gives you free calls, and it is pretty much correct like 70% of the time. So if we look over to the right, we can see all of these tokens that Ignite have called at a certain market cap, and if you would have bought when Ignite called it out, you would have been up a 6x on this one, an 8x on this one, a 4x on this one. This one only did a 1.3x, but this one hit a 5x, a 2.3x, a 4x. But this does not mean that you see one of these coins pop up on this page and blindly buy into it. No, that is not what I mean. Obviously, still do your research, still research everything that we have talked about today, and then make your final decision. Don't just be blindly aping into shit. But this is still a really fucking cool feature. This shit is pretty much all automated. So if you guys want to check out this feature, man, test it out, see if you can get any cooks on here, feel fucking free. But that about wraps up the entire course. I went over everything, and if you have made it from the start to the finish, you should be really fucking proud of yourself, because a lot of people would have backed out by now. A lot of people only like the idea of learning, but they never actually want to participate in the actual learning itself. But yeah, man, I appreciate you brothers pulling up. I hope you found some value in this video and I could teach you guys how to trench and how to make some money on. Again, shout out to Nova, man. Use the link in my description. You'll get instant access with 20% cashback instantly. Anyway, I appreciate you fellas pulling up. Peace out, brothers.